So a frustrating Arne Slot evening there, and Mo Salah had this to say on Liverpool and the manager. He said, "I don't know why this is happening for me. I don't get it. I have done so much for this club. I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earned it. I'm not bigger than anyone. I had a good relationship with the manager. All of a sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me that someone doesn't want me in the club. It's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised in the summer a lot of promise for me, and so far I am on the bench for 3 games. All I can say is keep the promises." Ooh, well, very, very spicy words from an understandably frustrated Mo Salah, because if you're talking about some of Liverpool's greatest players, Don Hutchinson, then Mo Salah is definitely on that list, despite the fact that he's not been hitting the mark this season. But is this now just pointing to an exit for him?
100%. I don't think there's any way back for him. It was done, I think, in the mix zone. Mo Salah's an intelligent man. He knows exactly what he's doing when he delivers the comments that he made. What you can't do if you play for any football club, especially Liverpool Football Club, is go after the club. You know, you could have differences with a manager, and a lot of what he's saying probably alludes to his personal relationship with Arne Slot when he said he was rotating Mo Salah for the West Ham game. I thought, in all honesty, he should have played him against Sunderland. 3 games later, he's still on the bench, so that can't be rotation. So that's where his frustration's coming from. At the same time, you know, the guys will tell you, if Liverpool have got a right winger and he's in better form than Mo Salah, then you put your hands up and you go, right, I've got to fight for my place. Liverpool are playing Dominic Szoboszlai is a number 10 or a number 8 on the right-hand side in Salah's position. So they're effectively saying a midfield player is better than you or in better form than you. So emotionally, he feels as though he's being let down. What you can't do is deliver those comments as if to say, look, you know, I'm paraphrasing, but he said he's been a great here and he feels as though he's been let down and he doesn't have to fight for his place anymore. You absolutely have to fight for your place. You do not get a starting berth for Liverpool on how great you've been over the last 6, 7, 8 years. You have to earn it. Now, he's not earned it this season, and it's not just Mo Salah, because Konate, I have to say, when you go to today's game, was horrendous. He cost Liverpool 2 goals today. So defending for Liverpool has been awful. There's a lack of bottle at the football club, how to manage a game at Leeds when you're winning 2-0. But we're talking Mo Salah, and we have to. I'm not so sure, Alexis, I see a way back for him now.
Ooh, no way back for Mo Salah. Luis Garcia, you know I have to come to you as a former Liverpool man yourself. I'm sure this must be frustrating to watch. Just what do you think of it all, this latest result, and seeing Salah speak out so spicily, if you will, about the club and the manager?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to see that Salah has to come out and make that kind of statement. I'm a big fan of making a statement publicly and go on a press to go make a complaint about any kind of situation that happened into a dressing room or happened to yourself. I think it's a way of not showing really what you're feeling, to try to send a message, but the best way is to go straight and make a comment or talk to your manager, to your sporting director, to the person at the club. Do you think that you should send a message, but not to the press that it becomes like a bomb, because it's not only about you anymore, it's about what is happening to the dressing room. Apart from that, I understand that he can be frustrated. He's a legend of the club. He's one of the most important players in the history of the club. And when you arrive to that situation where the age gets involved with the team not doing well, with the results not arriving after a fantastic season, suddenly you only score 4 goals in the whole season. Let's don't forget, only 4 goals so far for Mo Salah, 2 of them from the penalty spot. So in the end, all the accumulation of situations appears to throw that into the press. And I think that you can see that there is 2 directions. I'm not bigger than anyone, but I already deserve my spot on the team. So you can see that he's really disappointed by the situation and frustrated. I'm not sure what is going to come out from this. I hope that they can have a talk and they can try to address the situation, because definitely Liverpool, what he doesn't need right now is a lot more of noise around the club, and the team needs to get together, because that's the only way that they come out. Let's not forget, only 3 points from the Champions League, and it's true that it's a little bit further away from the top of La Liga, but the most important right now is to get closer to those Champions League positions, because Liverpool out of Champions League, it could be a drama.
Frank, when I started reading the quote from Mo Salah, you immediately said, wow, you're almost taken aback that he was speaking like this about club and the manager.
I was very surprised by it because I really highly rank Mo Salah, and it's true that he has been one of the best, if it's not the best player that Liverpool have seen for a long time. But you cannot say that. I mean, it says, in fact, he said one thing, and after he said the opposite. He said that he's not asking for anything, but
he's earned his spot.
he earns his position. I think Arne Slot gave him a lot of credit, and everybody talked about it, saying maybe that would be the time to put Mo Salah on the bench just to see how it works, because he's not the Mo Salah we have seen last season, for example. And it's sad for him, but that was the reality of it. And you have the credit, you get some credit, but it doesn't last long in our time, in our sport, because we need result. And as soon as you don't have result, you try to find where it doesn't work. Say, yeah, it doesn't work at the back, but it doesn't work also at front. And Mo Salah, as everybody else, lives in a competition world. And he has to accept that. Yes, he has been a very good player, but since the beginning of the season, he's only the shadow of himself. And Arne Slot has no choice but putting him on the bench. And what he said, it's not fair. It's not fair towards the club. It's not fair towards his teammates. And it's not comment that I would expect from Mo Salah, because I know the guy is normally very humble.
Shaka, as Don said, after this, he doesn't see any way back for Mo Salah. Is that how you see it as well?
Yeah, kind of that way. And listen, we've had Mo Salah making public statements before, Jurgen Klopp and whatnot, and somehow they patch bridges and come up with inflated contracts, and that settled things down. But this time around, now, to everybody's point, your starting position is one that you earn. You earn week in, week out. You don't earn that starting spot today by what you did 2 or 3 seasons ago. And that seemed to be what Mo Salah is suggesting. Now, kind of given the position we are, given the amount of money that Mo Salah continues to command, and given some of his performances in years gone by, you understand that. But right now, was it 5 goals, 3 assists so far this season? Is that the return to pay somebody 300,000-400,000 a week or whatever it is that Mo Salah is on? Now, the question then becomes, who can come in and take over that burden financially? No, there's only ever going to be one answer, certainly right now, and that's Saudi Arabia. Whether there's an interest in January, time will tell. But given his performances, he's not earning a starting position by his performances. He's certainly not earning a salary by his performances. So if he then kind of speaks out in this way against the club, it's kind of forcing Liverpool down one road and one road only, and that's out.